Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. This is going to be an update for Acopae, A Court of Pans and Empties. This is a Fantastic Ladies collaboration project that was created by myself. I am obsessed with the book series A Court of Thorns and Roses. I already forgot the original name of the series. Oh my gosh. Acopae, A Court of Thorns and Roses is the original book series that this project is based off of. And so I created a project to try and get you all as addicted to the series as I am. I think a couple of you have read this series as a result of this project, and if so, then my mission is accomplished. Others of you are very familiar with this series and joined in because you're already fans. But basically, this is a ongoing series. There's going to be more. I think the next book is scheduled to come out in 2026. That is considered the genre of Romantasy and involves a lot of like mythical creatures like fae, and it really jump-started my love of reading all over again, and I haven't been able to stop reading ever since. If I'm not here and at a swim meet or at a swim practice, I'm on the couch reading. That's where I'm at. That's where my life is at. I just have been reading so much, and it really kind of got kicked off by this series. So I wanted to create a project pan based on this series. The finale is coming up already on September 6th, which is going to be here before we know it. This project started on February 15th, and it was to cover book 1 of the series. And I would really like to jump right into book 2. I'm not sure if I have my act together enough to post something on the Fantastic Ladies group for book 2, or if I'm just gonna post it here. So like rather than the next video being a finale, it will be like the finale of book 1 and the intro of book 2. I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do about that, but I wanna keep this going. Not only because I still have a lot of products in this project that I've not met my goal on, but also because I have a lot more prompts that I'd like to introduce for book 2. I feel like as far as the series goes, book 2 is where the series really kicks off, and that's where you like really get into the series. So there's a lot of new characters brought in and it gets really interesting, but also there's a lot of products that I'd like to you know, keep working on from book 1. And so my thought is that I will continue book 1 projects and just bring in book 2 in addition to book 1 and just keep it going. So that's where I'm thinking right now, but anything could happen between now and September 6th, and we will see. But I have met my goal on 2 items since the last update, which I'm very excited about. And once again, I cannot find one of them. I've never been such a mess in my life. You'd think that the older you get, the more you get it together. Not the case for me. I am falling apart at the seams, but I have been looking for this product, which really kills me because it's a product I would normally save for my year-end empties, and I can't find it, and I must have recycled it after I posted it in my empties video. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. But the rules for this project were that we were to choose up to 10 items to pan, and it's rolling, and there's 15 prompts total, I believe. So once you get through all 15, you've kind of met your goal. My hope was to get to all 15 in this project. That has not happened. I had one goal met at the last update, and now I have 2 goals met at this update. So we're only going to be at a total of 10 products, I think. So that's okay. It is what it is. The first item that I met my goal on, which is one that I cannot find anywhere, is my vintage poppy spray that was brought in for Elaine Archeron, and the prompt for that was a product named after a flower. So obviously vintage poppy body spray was a flower named product. I finished that off, it feels like months ago. I can't believe I haven't talked about that already in this project, but yeah, that is gone. I don't know where it is. I don't know if I tossed the packaging or what. And then just last night, I mean, technically it was early this morning at like 12:30 this morning, I finally met my goal on my product for Lucian, and that was a mask. And this is the Burt's Bees Refreshing Sheet Mask. I'm not a big fan of sheet masks. I've talked about this many times over the years. Sheet masks are not my thing. I was gifted this in a little set, and I didn't, even though I put it in the project, I didn't want to just use it just to use it. I wanted there to be a reason to use it. I went to the beach yesterday and I was out in the sun sweating and dehydrating myself, and despite the fact that I was wearing sunscreen, definitely getting some sun exposure. And so when I got home last night, I was ready to use this mask, and it felt, I don't want to say it felt good, but it felt like the right time to use it. So I'm really glad I held out for this. Obviously I could have used this many weeks ago, but I wanted it to feel like the right time, and it definitely felt like the right time last night. And yeah, I mean, if I can enjoy a sheet mask, I guess I can say I enjoyed it, but I really don't like sheet masks. So I'm just really glad to have this used up, and I'm glad to have met another goal in this project. So that is also rolling out. There are 5 products that are rolling over because I only am working on 7 at a time in this project. So let's talk about the 5 products that I'm going to keep working on till the end of this project. The first one was for the prompt Romantasy, and the prompt for Romantasy is a product you are addicted to, because obviously I became addicted to the Romantasy genre of books. I do read other genres now at this point, but I get a thrill when I come across a Romantasy. I'm currently reading the Zodiac Academy series, which is another Romantasy. That's a job. Reading that series is work. That's a whole other story. We'll have to do a whole nother project pan about that. But yeah, that's the current Romantasy I'm reading. I'm also reading I've gotten into Omegaverse series, which is a Romantasy series focused on kind of like werewolf. There's a lot of qualities that are associated with werewolves, but these stories, that people don't actually shift into werewolves. They're just like humans from an alternate reality where they have werewolf qualities. It's hard to explain, but I'm really into that. Anyways, back to Dirty Peach. The product I chose for Romantasy, which is a product I'm addicted to, is Kylie Cosmetics Dirty Peach. It's one of my all-time favorite lip liners. I have just not been reaching for it much this summer. I have a little bit of progress since the last update, but nothing like what I would assume I would have for a product I'm addicted to. I just haven't been doing a lot with this, and I cannot explain why that is, but it is. The next product is ColourPop Ritz, and that was for the prompt Faye, which was a product that perfects your look or makes you feel beautiful. This product absolutely makes me feel beautiful. It is such a gorgeous product. It's a ColourPop Super Shock Shadow. It's an ultra metallic, I believe. It's either an ultra metallic or no, it must be an ultra glitter. I think it's an ultra glitter. I can't find a label, but I haven't used this a ton either. I don't know what's going on with me, guys. I suspect that this looks pretty similar to what it looked like at the last update. Even if I've used it a time or two, I didn't make any major changes. I love this shadow so much, but I just haven't been reaching for it. The next product is one I have been reaching for quite a bit, and that is for the prompt Feyre. That's a resurrection product, and I went with my Tarte Maracuja Juicy Plump in Forget Me Not. This has moved its way into my wallet, which means it's a product I reach for when I'm out and my lips are bare and dry and need something. Unfortunately, I cannot measure progress. It's a ClickUp pen that I cannot see how much product is left, but I am using this very consistently at this point because it's in my purse/wallet. And once I go back to work next week, it'll be used daily. Now I'm using it like a couple times a week, but once I start work again, it'll be applied almost every day after lunch. The previous product I had in my purse, I finished. So now this is the one getting all of my attention when I'm away from home, which will be more starting next week. So I think there's a chance I could finish this, but I have no idea how much product is left in here. I have no idea. Another product that I'm using very consistently is for Tamlin, and that is a product you changed your mind about. I went with this Prisma Libre. I still can't say it, from Givenchy. And I can definitely see, it's really hard to measure progress because this powder is divided up into 4 quadrants, but I can really see that I'm using it up. There's still a lot of product in here, but compared to where it was at the beginning of the year, I know I've used up quite a bit. I do also have you know, some sitting in the lid up here. That's what it looks like when all the 4 colors are mixed together. It just kind of makes a peachy, pinky, translucent kind of powder. I use this almost every day. And I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this by the finale, but I've really enjoyed working on it throughout this project pan. And like I said, if the finale is not a true finale and just kind of starting book 2, I will continue to work on this. So we'll see about that. I'm not working on any other face powders at this time. I do have another powder that I'm using as like an under eye setting powder, which I consider to be different, but there's not a lot of competition for face powders right now. Either I'm using that or I'm not using anything at all certain days, but for most days, that's what I'm using. And the final product in this project that's rolling over, unfortunately, is my Urban Decay lipstick sample in Easy. This is for Nesta Archeron, a product with flames, or the colors orange, red, and yellow. I went with this warm toned red. It's a pretty red, but it's a little bit on the warmer side. And that's where we're at with it. I don't know how many times I've worn it since the last update, but I would say less than a handful. I'm gonna kick myself in the butt if this product is still around on December 31st, you guys. I have got to start using this. I've got to. All right, it is time to roll in the 2 products that I'm bringing in to replace the 2 products I met my goal on. I am very excited to have 2 new items rolling in. That'll put us at 10 items total that I've gotten through. Now 8. Yeah. Yes, that'll put us at 10 items total that I've gotten through in this project. Still a far cry from the 15 I was hoping for, but I'm happy to have at least made it to 10. We'll see if I can meet my goals on these over the next month. Like I said, we are down to less than a month before this project ends, and maybe book 2 will start. So we'll see. All right, the first product I'm rolling in is for Rhysand, and Rhysand is the main male character of the Acopae series, and he is a fae, as you might know. He's also a specific kind of fae, meaning he has wings, and he can get inside people's minds. He's the Lord of the Night Court. It's funny because as much as I love this character, TikTok has kind of ruined him for me. But he is, without a doubt, a very, very handsome man with like purpley eyes, and everything about him is very dark and mysterious and like night themed, like, you know, everything's about night when it comes to Rhysand and his character. So the product, the prompt for Rhysand is a product that is navy or purple. Navy for the night sky, purple for his eyes. And so I'm bringing in an eyeliner from Tarte. This is in the shade Navy. I think I've had this in a project recently, whether, I'm not sure if it was Project 10 Uses or what, but I absolutely love these Tarte eyeliners. They came in a Christmas set. I have a whole bunch of them, and they are such good quality. I just love them so much. And I do love a navy eyeliner. I'm working on a lot of eyeliners right now, so I have a hard time focusing on one thing and making a lot of progress because I'm working on too many. But I don't care. I'm going to bring this back in, and I'm going to set the goal of using this 20 times. That probably won't happen by September 6th. The only way I could meet that goal is if I do roll over this project into book 2, but we'll see. And then the next product I'm bringing in is for the prompt, the Midgard worm. The Midgard worm is a character that is a gigantic evil worm that attacks Feyre at the end of book 1. Feyre is basically trapped under a mountain by Amarantha, who is another prompt in this series. And Amarantha sets up 3 challenges that Feyre has to pass in order to survive. And if she doesn't pass, she's, dies. And her first test is escaping the Midgard worm, which is basically able to, this disgusting gigantic worm that smells horrible and wants to eat her. but cannot see. So the prompt I gave for the Midgard worm is a product that smells nice, because they really go into great detail in the book about how bad this whole experience, the smell of this whole experience is for Farah. Like it sounds like the most awful smell you could imagine. So I figured, why not put the prompt something that smells nice for the Midgard worm. So the product I picked is another one of my Kayali sample perfumes. I am working on 2 of these in my Labor of Love It project pan, and it's slow going because this perfume is very strong scented and I don't want to go overboard. So sometimes I just do 1 spritz, sometimes 2, at most 3, no more than 3. And that's when I'm feeling really frisky. But this is the scent Deja Vu White Flower. And that's where we're starting off at. The fill line is like to the top of the little gold box where it says Kayali. My goal would be to finish this entire product. I don't know if I could do that over the next month with everything I'm working on, but that's the goal. We'll see. But that's going in for the worm. W-Y-R-M, if you're wondering how to spell worm. I don't know who spells it that way, but that's the way it was spelled in the book. W-Y-R-M, not W-O-R-M. Go figure. Anyways, that is it for this update for Acopae, A Court of Pans and Empties. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to those of you who participated in this project along with me. Let me know if you are interested in jumping into book 2 with me at the next update, and we'll just keep it going, or if you're gonna move on to other projects after September 6th. I'm curious. It'd be helpful to know. And yeah, that's all I got for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.